Alright, here we go. Looks like things are up and running. So, yesterday I did manage to get the garden rebuilt, which was fantastic. I didn't know if that was actually going to work. Extremely excited that it did. So, um, now I can get back to what I had intended on doing before that happened, was working on the Horde defense for the base. Laid down some blocks yesterday. It was kind of just like looking at things. And I was originally going to build it the same size as the other main buildings, just to kind of keep things uniform, but I'm just kind of realizing that that is not going to be enough space to do what I want. So I am going to lay down a lot more blocks today and kind of figure things out for spacing, figure out exactly how large I would like this thing to be, how large it can feasibly be based on the materials that I want to use, and we'll just kind of see what it leads to. Not exactly sure what it's going to end up looking like just yet. So it should be fun. Good exercise and just learning as you go. Just kind of working with what you got. But something that I really should start doing probably right now is just making sure that my steel and iron production is going full blast, because I need a lot of iron bars. I'm also going to need a lot of steel for all the spikes. I just need a lot of stuff. Lots of metal to be produced. But it looks like, yes, I have a mountain of items to kind of deal with right at the moment. Okay, so that's empty. What can I grab out of here? Just a couple more things. Put my sniper rifle away. Grab my... I'll wait to grab the hunting rifle because it looks like it needs some repairs. What am I missing? Why do I not have any hunting rifle parts? It's probably because I've been really lazy about going to the Shotgun Messiah. So maybe I do that. Maybe I hit up the Shotgun Messiah real quick after I drop all of these things off. Those I'm going to scrap. Oh yeah, that's not over here anymore. Open? There we go. My $10 that I held on to. SMG parts, yes. Pills can go in there, beakers can go in there. Put the splints in the mini bike, I should have done that. Oop, oil. Hey, got a full stack of oil, time to make another stack of repair kits. Let's see. How are we doing on Magnum parts? I have a good number of them, so I'm just going to go throw these into the chest. Some metal. Bones. So many bones. So we got a reasonable amount of military fiber, which is nice. Oh, that's right. They gave us a 600 wrench. I'm gonna repair that up real quick. It's from the stuff I was looting from the whatchamacallit, the working stiffs before I destroyed it. Let's do that. I still need to get all of this sorted out. This box shouldn't be here. But there are some items that I need to get from the trader that he has not been willing to give me as of yet, so we'll just have to keep plugging away. Hopefully get our hands on those before too long. I think everything else goes... military gear. Everything else goes to the living quarters. What's our armor looking like? It's all doing pretty good. My clothes are kind of banged up, but everything else looks fine. Yeah, I'll be back. I can't leave without my auger. But I need to come back and grab a gun in the auger, some gas, some blocks, all kinds of fun stuff. Grain alcohol. It's kind of nice. I've not had to make any of my own grain alcohol yet. Oh yeah, treasure maps. This one? Nope. This one? Yep. Lots of treasure maps. Should probably go take care of those at some point. My water supply is ever growing. It's hard to actually deplete that supply, it just keeps getting larger and larger. Guess I can make some more goldenrod. I have to grow some more goldenrod here before too long. And food, 86, I can probably eat a pie. And then let me make, let's see, we're gonna need some corn and some blueberry and some eggs, and I believe some water. Let me make some more blueberry pies. Blueberry pie, I need cornmeal, water, egg. Okay, so one of each. I should make like 15 more. Should be enough. Oh, did I just eat one? I did just eat one. Okay, never mind. Alright, so we're good. Got the inventory space cleared up. Good. Slow turn around here. What am I missing? Oh, I'm missing a gun. That's what I'm missing. You know, we have a mountain of 5mm ammo. So let's just take some of that out. I think we have a fully repaired, we do not have a fully repaired, but close enough. 600 pistol here. Let's use that for now, and when it gets worn out, I'll repair it with this one. So let's make a quick trip over to the Shotgun Messiah. Because I'm pretty sure that I will be destroying the Shotgun Messiah here before too long as well. Oh gosh, there's frames there. Yeah, and looking at the size of this, I don't think that is going to be large enough, so I would very much like to clear that out. Another hunting rifle stock to add to my mountain of hunting rifle stocks. Ugh. The zombie's still standing up there on top of the crack-a-book. Been there since yesterday. Well, finding like everything but hunting rifle parts. That may have been some right there. Alright, what can we do here? What can we do? Oops. So still no hunting rifle parts, unless the ones in this safe are hunting rifle parts. Pistol parts. Alright, so plenty of those. No hunting rifle parts though. That's unfortunate. Oh man, when the whole base is loaded in, it looks pretty massive here. Wait, what is that? Why is there destroyed material here? That makes me nervous. I don't know what that is. Of course, had to deal with some zombies first. Gosh, my aim is awful. I'm not going to worry about that. do you mean there's no frame there? Game. What is this? Everything... Oh, these are already... Everything is still here. Why is this here? This game is being so weird. Oh my gosh. I forgot I had all of this stuff here. That is super weird. Alright, I'm just gonna run over here and drop this stuff off since I have more things in the chest to drop off as well. I am gonna be kind of lazy about this and just put all this stuff in here, even though I probably don't need any of it. Oh, those are more pistol parts. Okay. Good drops on the SMG parts though. That was pretty cool. But I have no idea where that stuff came from. It's like some destroyed material over at the garden, but nothing indicating that anything was destroyed. Very strange. What do I have going on here? Making sure there aren't any zombies just kind of wandering around outside the base. Alrighty. Just a few items short here. Everything except for the flashlight and the schematic goes over to the other base, or the other side of the base, so. I'll drop these off and then gather those up and then drive back up into the base. Oh, the springs. Let me see, what do I need? What do I need? Tools. Wrenches for days. I guess the basket can go in here. I have like mini bike parts and things, so that works. The extra nail gun, which I should combine and just kind of get my nail gun as good a quality as it can be, since the game gave me this fancy blue nail gun here. Looking out for me on that. Oh, that's right, I got the faucets from over at the working stiffs as well, so I guess those can go in here. Sure. Oh, why not? How are we doing on blocks? We have 500 blocks. We have a ton of wood blocks, which is nice. Okay. Okay. How are we doing on lead? I have 6,000? That's not bad. How many more blocks can we make? 1,500? That should be enough. Maybe to finish things out. Got a screamer hanging out down there. Good times. And I will eventually get to the building part of this, but I should definitely deal with the garden, because I know I was running low on hops. I'll probably plant one more section instead of 2 this time. Since that takes 10 years, let's start that right now. This should get us pretty good to go for a while. Not sure why that one did not grow. That's awkward. Unfortunate. I think what I might do is plant 1 hops, 1 chrysanthemum, and 2 cotton this time. Can't really think of anything else that I need. And see, now I've got these ones that didn't grow. Very strange. Alright, so let's just do... Let me see if I have any extras here before I start making stuff. I do have some cotton. I do not have any chrysanthemum. Yeah, how about I do that? I need to plant some goldenrod anyway. So I guess we'll do 43 of these. And then for here, let's see, we need 45. Do 32. That should be everything. Because we've already got the chrysanthemum, the goldenrod good to go. I'm gonna stop this one early. Oops. Stopped it too early. Okay. It's day 177. I'm trying to remember when the trader respawns. So that's something I need to keep on top of. See how much I'm able to get done before he opens. Maybe just make a trip right over there as soon as he opens in the morning. I always say that I'm going to go do something, and then I realize I have a ton of base maintenance things to get done. Oh man, I need to go cut down the tree farm as well. I forgot about that. Come on, game. Man, why is this thing being so picky right now? Normally it's not too big of an issue to just plant a few things. Yeah, probably by the time I'm done messing with the garden and the tree farm and having put everything away, it will be time for the trader to open. I'm just like, drive over there real quick. I'm not going to drive out to the far trader. I don't really think that's necessary. It'd be helpful in like getting me these items that I want, but that's too much doing for right now. I'm excited about building this new section of the base, so I want to get to it. Mini bike. Ugh, there's a pillar right there. It's gonna be nice when I get all the tunnels done and drive all the way around the base. It'd be fantastic. Lots of fun. Let's see, so hops. Nice, got a good number of hops now, finally. I think the rest... Oh, the pants need to stay here. Blood bags. Can't forget the blood bags. I need a workbench over here, so I can combine these things. I mean, I've got space. It's not like I don't have enough space, my gosh. How long is this going to take? 2 minutes? Might as well go ahead and start it. Just kind of make sure that I have enough cloth for making duct tape for everything that you need duct tape for, which is a lot of things. Screamer's still chilling down there. I absolutely have enough stuff to take to the trader. What I need to grab is my chainsaw, which is in fantastic shape. Got enough gas, we're good. Ooh, skill and tailoring is 13. Moving on up in the world. Alright, as always, it's going to be super loud. Ooh, 4 AM. Although you probably couldn't even hear it over the chainsaw. This is something I've been kind of neglecting for a bit, which is unfortunate. Because I'm going to need a lot of wood to keep the forges running. Oh, see, that looks so weird with only part of the base loaded in. Please tell me it didn't collapse. Oh, I can't tell. I don't even want to look. It just made me so nervous since it collapsed that one time. The thing that makes me nervous about that is, okay, it's loaded in, because it was the closer side to me, and that wasn't loaded in, so it just kind of looked like it had collapsed again. Couple more rows, good to go. tree farm is large enough. I'm kind of surprised that I don't get screamers over here while cutting it down. Like there's a screamer currently hanging out at my base. Probably she doesn't hear this and just come over here. This has been a pretty good tree farm though. I know it's a pretty basic thing, but definitely something useful to have. So you can just like come right over to and gather up all the wood you need for a while. What do you mean? Plant. Thank you. Planting has been very odd today. Can I repair this thing? Alright, there we go. At 6 a.m. the trader is open. So that makes me super nervous. It's like the game still doesn't think that side is there. I don't know, only a quarter of it collapsed though, so like with half of it not showing up. I don't understand how this game is programmed sometimes and the way things work the way they do, I guess. Starting to run out of room in here. I have enough leather that honestly I could probably go sell some to the trader. It sells really well. So maybe I end up doing that at some point. But the wood supply is looking good again, finally. Which reminds me. I'm never gonna get out of the base. I really do not have a lot of clay left. $750 honestly is a little bit much for these. That stack of iron really doesn't take too long. Yep, because you can burn clay. I don't like how it changes it to the last number from your other forge. I guess I didn't need 3 stacks of iron, I just needed 1. Okay. It may seem a bit excessive, creating like 1500 steel, but I will need that before too long. Oh, what am I doing? Just grab it. That. Good. Doing pretty good. Almost got a full row of 20 stacks. Or 20,000 gold. Dukes, whatever you'd like to call them. I almost like the system better when you could just scrap them for brass. You just have a mountain of money that you don't need. Just scrap it. Oh, I finally reached a full stack. There we go. I will never need pine seeds again. Let's see those zombies. Oh, they are still here. I should probably clean that up. I told you I'm never going to get out of the base. There's always something else to do. It is something that I'm just now kind of thinking about. Because I do want the base, like the Horde defense, to have the same look of the rest of the base. But that means I will not really have any spider defense around the outside edge. They can probably still just crawl up there. So I'll have to figure something out for that. That's a pretty easy fix, but definitely something I need to keep in mind. Hopefully all this will despawn by the time I get back out here.
What do you seek, friend?
Okay, so he respawns tomorrow. Yeah, and he's got a bunch of junk. I think this is the same stuff I saw when I was streaming yesterday.
Well, there's always Shamway up the road.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can try looting.
Funny thing is, there is a Shamway up the road. Normally his statements like that are kind of inaccurate, but this time he's spot on. Oh wow, we actually were able to sell everything to him today.
Much obliged, stranger.
I bet you are. There we go. So slowly but surely, selling these things off. Still have 3 pages worth of junk. 2 full and then just like a couple on the last, but we're getting there. So tomorrow, I need to make a trip out here. Kind of see what he's got going on. I'm sure I'll have had to fight a wandering horde by that point, so I'll probably have a little bit of loot to take him again. See, the base is loading in, but the garden just keeps loading in very oddly. I don't like that. I think the garden might be kind of bugged out after that collapse. Please tell me my garden is still there. That's so weird. Alright, so I'm going to gather my things and head over to the old Working Stiff site. Dude's probably, yeah, I was just about to say he's probably hungry and thirsty, as always. Because that 2 cloth was absolutely worth it. I'm gonna grab a little bit more gas. Alright, so probably gonna need a lot of those and a lot of those. I don't think I'll need any of the wood and glass just yet. I still have a lot of figuring out to do before I start placing things down like that. I might grab those. Both of these full? Right on. Should be enough to at least get started. Coming up on that mining trip pretty soon from the looks of my supplies here. So we got 7. Come on, game, you gotta work with me here. Yep, there goes all our stone. why I didn't just drive around this time. Drink some fresh goldenrod. Makes all the difference. Alright. And finally, we're off. Probably have many screamers hanging out. Oh, there's a tree. Down in the pit there. Either that or just off the edge. Alright. So yeah, and just looking at the size of this thing, it's that is not going to be anywhere near large enough. And it would probably work. I mean, I know it would work. It just wouldn't allow me to like run around and have fun with the zombies. This is definitely our center line. Clear some space. I think that's what I might be looking at instead. Hey, there's the frame I placed down yesterday for how far I wanted to extend out the concrete. That may be how far I extend out the entire base. So much easier to do without grass all up in your way. The reason I'm doing 16 is because the iron bars attached to steel blocks can extend for 16 blocks. If I really needed to though, honestly, because I'll have steel blocks at the top here and where they attach over there, so I could make this, 32 wide, although I do have to account for the weight of my character being up there, so I wouldn't want to extend that far. I also just don't want to make this like a behemoth over here. So I believe the center of the base is going to have to move. This is pretty much as close as I want the pillars on this side. I don't want to get any closer than that. So let's just do this. Just take it all down. My gosh, why am I getting so many messages and whatnot? My apologies. Okay, forgot what I was doing. Actually, that one will stay there. Hey, Screamer Lady. I'm sorry, walk on by. Please do not stop over here and bother me. Yeah, I've got 6 forges going right now, so probably gonna have a lot of screamers coming by. Guess. Yeah, the whole thing's gonna have to shift. So I probably have a lot of this going on today. Like put blocks up just to take them back down. Okay. So those back pillars are fine, wherever they are. Let's try to find a center. I think that was right. It's hard to tell now because I picked up those other blocks. So that should be the very center. Actually. Yep, okay. That should be right here. pretty sure the shotgun side is gonna have to go. Yup. Everything else should be fine though. I may have to take down this sign, I'm not sure yet. How is that going to work out for spacing here? That's what I should do. I should base it off of the 5 gap pillars that I have been using. Yeah. It should be here instead. Okay. Excuse me. So everything needs to be kind of adjusted, even this center point here. Because I kind of have an idea as to the size now. So we do 1, 2, 3, 4 pillars on each side. So 1, 2, so spacing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay. 1, 2, 3. My gosh, there's so much stuff in my way. So we're going to be digging up some road here. 1, 2, 3, 4 pillars. Okay. This may be excessively large, but it should be a lot of fun. So I'll have to watch that. He says as he builds himself back up with no way down. And my leg's broke. Alright, well, that's just gonna be a thing. I'm just gonna carry these with me. Why are those taller? 1, 2, 4, 5. They're taller because I'm a fool. What I needed to do was put that square in the ground. That's how tall it should be. Do we go for it? It's not gonna work. That works. I don't know that I've ever done that trick before. Oh my gosh. I got a little excited with digging there. Come on, game. It's a one block. It's one block. Just let me out of the hole. Thank you. See if we can do that again. That's hilarious. Okay, well that's a technique, I guess. Kind of wondering if this is gonna be too large or not. It's gonna be like enormous if I keep going it this way. Ah, didn't get that one. But I do kind of want to just get the frames laid out here, put the pillars up and see what it looks like. Oop. Oh no, I got it. Good times. That's my center line. My gosh. Two, three, four pillars on either side. Probably should have been counting that whole time. So let's see what we've got here. From our center line, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 18, 19, 20, 21. I might be slightly off here. Yep. Center line should be there. That one's already in place. Interesting. right there should be the last one. For working stiff tools. That sign is going to have to go. This is just to kind of help give me a center line on either side here. Help me see what I'm doing. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Let's lay the rest of these out. Man, this is going to be large. This is going to be large. Should be the last one right there. Yep. It's so nice doing this across like asphalt or stone or something. Like grass is absolutely your worst enemy in building. Six. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6. Oh, that's why. I was like, why do these look so close? It's because they are so close. That is to be my center point. That should work. There's a fair amount of space here. And I'll probably just have like a short catwalk that leads from this building to this one. Okay, spacing is good there. I'm just gonna have to pick all this stuff up later, but it does help me kind of like visualize the spaces that I'm working with. Where did I? Oh, I like walked right past it. And spacing is good there. Okay. So now we actually have like a figure to work with here. So if I have my supports here, it's going to be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 gap. which is fine, because I will have steel blocks right at the top here that are basically where these blocks are going to be. So it's really only 8 iron bars hanging off of either side of the steel, so that will be sufficient to put iron bars across this entire space. The only thing that'll be blocking it at all will be right here in the center where I've got my ladder system. Because I do want to be able to kind of like hop down, like I guess jump down here. Maybe I'll have a door that lets me jump out, kind of fight the zombies a bit. Alright, well I say let's go for it. I'm just gonna put up all the pillars and see what we're looking at here. My apologies, someone is using a leaf blower or some such thing right outside my window. So I don't know if that comes through on the stream, but I can't imagine how it doesn't, being so obnoxiously loud. I think what I need to do is reorganize this belt a little bit here. So I'm going to be switching between these items, like, constantly. I'm glad I learned how to do that. This is going to save me from taking a lot of damage and breaking my legs constantly throughout the day. Oh, I missed that one. Alright, so... yeah, okay. Man, that's a bummer. I'm gonna have to take this sign down. I was wanting to keep at least something from the working stiffs. I do like to try to preserve certain aspects of the original map if I can, but in this case it's just in the way. I guess I could incorporate it into the build, right? Just like build it right into the wall. Take out the pillars, like build my base around it and just have this big working stiff sign. Like in the wall of my base. I don't know, it's gonna be in the way, but it would be kind of funny to just have that sitting inside the base. We'll see. We will see. And this should this should also give me enough room. What I plan on doing is like in between these pillars, maybe not on every one because I have a lot of pillars going up, more than I thought anyway. I plan on putting up some spotlights, and there's wandering hordes, so we are going to rapidly switch things on our belt here. Drink a beer, watch them get hung up on my frames because they're obnoxiously foolish and don't know how to run in a straight line. And there we go. Thought he was going to hit me for sure. That's irritating. This is all you need. If you need a horde defense, this is all you need. Zombies can't figure out rebar frames. Like one block, anything that's one block high, the zombies are completely done for. Cannot sort it out. Makes no sense to them. And she like dodged all of those bullets. And then just like put her face right in front of the barrel. Just trying to get rid of these spiders. They're like obnoxiously hard to hit when running like this. And I got the crawler brigade coming through. Don't want to keep using up all my exploding bolts though. These things are expensive. It's like the timing for the zombies who are faster than you are, like these dudes in the white t-shirts, all of the women, all the female zombies are faster than you. It's like as they go to swing, you swing back. It's like you just have to wait until they start to swing, and you will, most of the time, if timed correctly, you will hit them first. It's kind of like an easy way to deal with them as they're running at you. Look at all these guys. They'll be getting close to dropping things off at the base, like cleaning up and just heading over to the trader. Since he's just about to open. That guy's just wandering off. He's just, he has had enough. There we go. Oh, jeez. Who did I... Oh, the crawlers. Alright. That should be good. Oh my gosh, I don't know how to hit spiders though. Spiders are like the worst. That's why I go through so many exploding bolts. Just deal with them like that. This 9mm pistol is also pretty useless against them. They just have a ton of hit points. They're super tanky. Hey, pistol's 41. Hey, it's 4 a.m. Alright, now we can just kind of walk up and bash them in the face, because they're not running anymore. Well, neat. It's, hey there, brother. I realized you were so close. Blunt weapons 96. Almost maxed out. What are y'all doing? Trying to give everyone a space so that the bodies are not destroyed when they turn into gore blocks. There we go. I would have been kind of upset if that crawler had broken my leg. And I kind of like made a mess of my inventory switching things over like that. I think that, yeah, that should work. Alright, well, let's pick up our mess. My gosh, there are enough zombies. That dude is hungry, he's always hungry. And that'll kind of get me my health back. Wash sham sandwiches. I have too much stuff. I got all my building equipment on me. I'm not gonna have room. Yeah. Let's do this. Let me do this real quick. Oh man, yeah, I know, Robit. You cannot create anything right now. I have too much stuff. I can't even make the, I was gonna make a chest real quick. Where's my mini bike? This will help out a lot. That should be all I need. It's gonna look kind of funky because I don't think I can really... Close enough. Just put all my frames and stuff that I'm working with right now in there. Yep, just throw the auger on the ground. That's how we do it. Okay. Now I actually have space to clean up the mess. So I use one of those. Take some of that. Oil is always welcome. I do not have space. I've been tossing out all of the rotted flesh that I come across. But it looks like it's going to be getting to a point. I mean, if anything happens to my garden again, I have no fertilizer left. Like, I used all of the remaining fertilizer I had to re-fertilize the collapsed section. So if anything else happens, I'll have to gather up... I mean, it's pretty easy to gather up rotted flesh. Like, I probably just tossed out like 100. Yeah, I'll have to go through that process again. Neato. No! No, don't scrap that. Ah! I meant to scrap these short iron pipes, not the duct tape. That's unfortunate. Oh well. It happens. I bet dude is thirsty. Super thirsty. Eating that canned salmon. Okay. We have just working supplies on us now. I'm gonna go ahead and use that. Get my medicine skill up. Oh geez. I cannot afford to take the auger off. So let's put the rebar, the pillars, and I don't know. I don't know why I have an extra space there. I'll just do that. Rebars and pillars, or rebar frames and pillars, all I'm using right now anyway. And our leg's healed, so we can jump for it. I think as long as we land on this frame that we have placed down, we should be fine. We shouldn't take any damage. I just barely caught that one. Parkour skills are getting good. Almost forgot that one. Did I miss? I did miss. I think I clipped it though because my dude didn't make any sound like I hit the ground. So I may not have to do any stone mining. I'm kind of looking at all the asphalt and I don't know, what is that, brick in there that I'm going to have to dig up. Should get a reasonable amount of stone from doing that. Okay. Still working on the parkour skills. We're getting good at the job ways to go. Well, that made sound like I hit the asphalt. Interesting. Success! Let me see. This is gonna be massive. Like, now that I've actually got all of the pillars up, and I'm kind of looking at what I'm working with here, my gosh. That's a lot of doing. That is a ton of concrete as well. Like, if we ever want to finish this thing, I'm gonna have to do some pretty serious mining. Let's see what we're working with here. So, I do kind of want to have a door right here. I'll have it one block up, just so that the zombies can't just walk over and start banging on it. I may have to move it up 2 blocks, we'll see. After the first horde I use it on, see what happens. But in order for that to work, I'm gonna need this as like my personal walking space. So when I come out of the door, I actually have somewhere to stand rather than on top of some spikes. Right? I can kind of just like throw some of these. Where are my frames? Where are my ramp frames? Like seriously. Oh, did I put them in the mini bike? I did throw them in the mini bike because I needed to move some stuff out of the way so I could make a chest over there. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of like build this up the way it's gonna look. Just kind of further aid in my visualization of the process here. So if I've got the door right, so that'll be my ladder. The game was really kind on that. Do we have the doors all facing the same direction? Or do we make this one different, facing back towards the base? Doesn't really matter. Will have no effect on the gameplay itself. So that's pretty much what I'd be looking at. Kind of having this, my ladder going right up here, up into the Horde. Defense where I can stand on the bars. And this way I could hop out of the door and at least have one block of space that went all the way around for me to walk on. Now, beyond that, I need to figure out what kind of spike system I would like to have. This is massive. I've got some space to work with. When I was looking at the stuff I had laid out yesterday, I just had no space. There's no way that would have worked out. And this is kind of a design I'm working on in my private game. My personal game, I guess I should say. I almost just want like a row of spikes right there. Come on, game. Place the frame. Oops, removed the wrong frame there. Game, come on, work with me. There we go. Let's go. This might actually work out. So the idea is to have the spikes right here, like, but in the ground, right? So these frames right here would be down a block. These would just be on top of them. The spikes would be right here. So that I have space to run around, where like these will be going around, right? So these will go all the way around the base. Give me space to run around out here fight the zombies. I'm not an enormous fan of just having the rings. So maybe I look at doing something else. The spacing is good. Let me leave this. I'll try a different design coming from the other direction, see how I like that. Or would that just work as is? Let me see. So what I'm thinking is, like, what if I did this? Oh my gosh, dude is running. Can't really place frames while running. Okay, so this may not look like much, but the idea is to have the same ramp setups, you know, on all of these. I'm not gonna like set them up for everything, but just to give you a view here, and then have the row of spikes right here, you know. So that would have the range to run all the way across like that. I could just jump layers and run back and forth. Rather than just having like the rings that kind of go out like this. And then like having a space and then having another set for me to run on. I guess it would be right there. So instead of having a setup like this, where I would run along here, I mean, I guess the advantage to that is it does give me two directions, right? Like I'd have to jump every so often to switch sides, but I need more frames. There we go. There's another style of frame. So thinking what I would do is put a row of spikes basically right there, and then start my ramp system here. Whoa, I did not turn that down at all. Hey Glitch, how's it going? Just trying to decide how I want to build the Horde defense attached to the base here. Like, I had thought about possibly connecting the garden and living quarters section first, but I really want to start using this, and I can worry about adding those additional tunnels in later. This is going to kind of be what we're working with here. That's my only issue though. It's making this usable. The pit? Oh, the pit's still there. It's just, it's underneath the base. Boop. Yeah, we still got it. Still haven't finished that out. That's another thing I should really do. Yeah, this is just kind of like my zombie catch. This is where, what I'm building now is kind of where I'll actually be fighting zombies at. But I don't know if I want to set it up like this. I do kind of like this design, but I believe I'm going to run into some issues right here. I guess I could just do like a double wide row of spikes right here. Something like that. Excuse me. Now that I am kind of like looking at this now, and I think the main issue with this, like I'll have a lot of movement north and south, or I mean east and west. Excuse me. But I have no real movement north or south, like other than jumping between these. I'll have a lot of mobility going this direction, but not the other way. Do I have a rocket launcher yet? I do not. I have sold off every rocket launcher part that I have found, because they are good for the monies. And rocket launchers are very dangerous to your base. Man, but if I do the circles that go around, it would work out perfectly for the design. You feel like I'm a robot? Definitely not a robot. I don't know, maybe so. T1000, right? Maybe I am. Advanced AI from the future. Oh my gosh, no! No, no, no! Get away from my base! No, I guess I can't. Guess I cannot prove that I'm not a robot. Well, let's get our pistol skill up while we're here. Say the name of a brand. A brand of what? A brand of food? You know, food stuff. You know, that stuff that people eat. Oh, my aim is awful. Why is that going right over his head? And you may say it's because your iron sights are above the head. McDonald's. Well, I guess. Yeah. It's like a chain restaurant. I guess you could call it a brand of food. Why you take so many bullets? Oh, he hit me. Shamway? That's a brand, right? Shamway brand, like canned salmon, pears. Shamway large beef rations. Man, I'm using a lot of ammo. I guess that's what it's there for, right? I'm like, I have a mountain of this ammo. You not get copyrighted? Oh no. Nah, I'm sure I'm fine. My gosh, why are there so many? Alright, that's probably good. Oh, jeez. Looking at chat. Got stunned. Hey, Relic. How's it going? I like that the chat to speech reads that as high. Good job, Robot. Alright. Alright, so now we have like another mountain of zombies to clean up. Yeah. They're interfering with the build process. I'm trying to like decide how I want to lay this horde base out. They're slowing me down. I think you were saying yesterday, it's like they really have no concern for your time, so. Oh, there goes 36 of my bullets back. Hey, did you get me another person from your stream? Oh, there we go. The Shamway brand large beef rations. Oh, nice. That's cool. Mods can be very useful. I just never have enough people in here, you know, to really warrant having a mod in chat. Most people who stop by are really chill, so that's nice. Oh yeah, you guys. Need more space. And the wandering hordes have been super large recently. Right on. That's super cool. There we go. Okay. Now that I've cleaned up the mess. Yeah, the stream support is super cool. There's a lot of people out there who are really supportive of everyone in the community. I try to swing by and watch other people's streams when I have time as well. It's a good time. Oh my gosh, I've been getting so much junk added up here. One thing that I do want to kind of get going here is I would like to make a quick trip to the trader. I'm probably not going to take anything to sell, I just need to see if he has some items that I can get from him. Thank you. I mean, I try. Alright, let me... Because if I have to buy anything from him, I'm going to need some space. Oh, what day? Yeah, what day am I on? Oh, 178. Man, it's almost 2200 right now. We're gonna try to make it. I'm gonna try to make it over to the trader real quick. Because he just respawned his loot today. And I really want to get some gas pumps. But I'm really excited to get this horde defense going. Oh man, that's rough. Yeah, those updates for Alpha 17, it seems like they've had a lot of them already. Are they just experiencing a lot of issues? Run!
You need assistance?
Oh, he's got some very inexpensive military gear, which is not easy to find. That stuff is fantastic for doing repairs on your own military gear. Cash register, fountain, flashlights. Why so many flashlights? I don't need any of this junk. This is the same stuff he had last time I was here. Ooh, machete. Oh, okay, I see what you mean. experimental version of the game can be a little rough. Alright, so I am gonna buy this stuff to do repairs on my own gear. I've got a new machete. It's actually better than the one that I currently have.
Thanks for shopping here.
Ah, don't teleport me!
Folks know that Trader Joe's will be closing soon.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the floating building's generally not a good deal. Yeah, like Alpha 17 looks amazing. It'll be awesome once they finally get it all sorted out and have everything working properly. Your dog just closed your door. Ooh, and it's run time. Yeah, you could say that. 20 buildings collapsing all at once. That would definitely cause some issues. Well, I might as well use this one. It still functions just as well as it needs to. Okay. So I think I've decided to go ahead and go with the setup of rings that go all the way around. Because I think it's just going to work out better for the build. Oh my gosh, yeah. Yeah, that wouldn't have worked. Like, laptops that you can game on are super nice, but being able to stream from it as well, like, that's extremely taxing on the system. Ooh, I almost like dropped my pillar down. Yeah, as much as I like this design, I don't think it's really going to work with what I'm doing. Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah, with the rate at which things update, maybe time for a new one. Yeah, that's how mine is. Like, mine has a good amount of RAM, but it's just the graphics card is not meant to handle any gaming, really. Okay, so I think that is going to work. Okay, let me move things over again. Alright, so if that is the first row of spikes, basically gonna have spikes here, spikes there, there. I might even put a row of spikes here as they're running into the base. Okay. So I know I'm just kind of like spinning around in circles here. Just like attempting to see how this is all going to fit. Oh, right on, Glitch. Take care. Thank you for stopping by. And bring my corners. Okay, so I think that'll work. This is kind of like a lot of laying down of frames just to test out and see if this will actually work, but and we got a zombie over there. Hopefully they just stay over there. Okay. So if I have this set up right here, yeah, Glitch has been doing that over here as well. Just coming in, like hanging out. It's really cool having someone in here and enjoying people like stopping by and chatting a bit. Okay. I think this is good. I think this will work out just fine. Just kind of wanted to test this out and see how it was going to look. Okay. Next step is to dig everything up. Honestly, I can save myself a lot of work in concrete if I only dig up the spots where the spikes are going to be. There were a lot of times before that I would end up digging up everything. Like I would dig up the entire area and lay down all my own rebar and concrete. But I've since learned that it's a waste of materials just like that. But yeah, it's like it's an excessive way to do it, for sure. And it's absolutely not necessary. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? I forgot I didn't put anything underneath those. So, building lessons with T1000. Make sure your frames are supported before you just like collapse everything. Hey there, Gearhead. How's it going? Alright, so let's start doing that. Let's, Uh, no, this is just my private game. Like I am on a server, but it's just me playing through this one. Man, my aim is awful. I need to repair this pistol. Yeah, I've just been running solo on this one. Alright, so let's do this. Simple rotation option, please. I need it. Okay, the game wants me to go from this side, so we'll go from this side. And honestly, I don't even need to dig up this sand here. It would be kind of useful, but I wouldn't really be gaining anything from it because I'd be putting concrete blocks right back in that place. Is that right? I think I did that backwards. That's gonna be right there. Yeah, this should be the other direction. That's kind of confusing. This is opposite to how I would normally do this setup. My bad. Like I haven't put down and picked up enough frames for the day. Okay, so here we go. That's so awkward. This would be fun. Like this is a, a different style than I've ever used before. Sweet. It's daytime. Don't have to worry about like a bunch of sprinting zombies coming up at me right now, which is amazing. So if this is correct, it should be just like this. And I know those blocks are kind of damaged down there, but I don't really foresee that being an issue. Because I'm going to have reinforced concrete over the top of it. Okay. I'll have some inside corners right there, which I will need to go grab here in just a moment. Which should work out because I have a lot of stuff. No. Come on! I'm never gonna get any work done. There are so many zombies. There are always so many zombies. Come on, everybody. Stay away from all my frames. Come out here. Oh, I've been stunned. That's generally not a good thing. They hit really hard. Of course, the crawler. There's always a crawler. This lady. I didn't even hit her. Alright. I can't hit her. That little weird animation that they have for jumping up and down is kind of bothersome. It's very difficult to hit. Ah! My aim! It's awful. I know there's a yeah. I know there's a crawler right beneath me. God, these big guys have so many hit points. Alright, that should have gotten her attention. Oh, he's still alive. Well, alright. Clean up another mess here. Then I should probably make a trip into the base, drop things off, pick up a couple of things, come back out here. I bet my forges have run out by now. I'm just going to read that and get my science up a little bit more. My science is pretty low level. Is that everybody? Go back through here and set my belt up yet again. Oh cool, these are starting to despawn already. Oh, who's this? Who are you? 44 rounds. I've gotten like most of my ammo back every time I've fought a wandering horde, which is super nice. Okay. I'll be right back. I think bag will probably still be there when I make it back out here. But I think this is going to be the basic design here. Right where these wood frames are going to be where my spikes are, but these are actually going to be set down one block into the ground here. The ramp system should work quite nicely with that. Okay, building materials. Guess I could have kept that animal fat. All the rest of this junk needs to come inside with me. Man, there's too much. Is there anything else? I guess I could leave the gas out here. Grab up some of that. Honestly, I can just scrap that brass. Take the lead. Duct tape. The splints can go back in the mini bike where they belong. Grab those. That's pretty good. That's the majority of all the stuff. Okay. That's like the, I want to say the third wandering horde that I've had to deal with today. Here's some more zombies. Just chilling here. Y'all want to hang out as well? Some iron sights would be dope. Did I just kill that one behind? I did kill the one in the back. I hit the wrong zombie. It killed her. It's a good time. What's that? Oh, like something just fell. Hey, where'd her body go? Man, this game is so weird. I don't know how that misses. And that one hits. Dead on. Hey, level 166. Congrats, me. You finally done it. Alright. So we got a bunch of junk in our inventory. All this stuff trying to scrap. Aw, not the fog. Have I been streaming that long already? I guess it's been over 2 hours now. Didn't seem like it's been that long. Oh, while I wait for these 2 bags to despawn, I'm gonna grab a drink of water. That's good stuff. Oh, and I should probably take some antibiotics. That's what I should do. Antibiotics. There we go. Come on, you can do it. Despawn, nobody wants you here. The base kind of looks neat in the fog. Not as cool as being able to see the whole thing, but still kind of neat. I'm really glad you don't take damage for just jumping off the mini bike. I do that a lot. I need to bring some gas back here and put in the mini bike. That thing is starting to run pretty low. Yeah, and all my forges are off. I guess I probably didn't need to buy those boots. I didn't realize I had some already here. What am I looking for? I thought I had... No, I guess that was it. That's fine. I was going to repair that puffer coat, but I believe it's fine. I'd probably get a little bit more money out of it, but not much. It's pretty low quality stuff. So that can go in the mini bike. Those are for sale. Where do I have my weapons, like my machete and stuff? Do I even have a spot for that? Maybe I don't. Oh no, I've got a 463 in there. Maybe I should move that over. This is mainly just like tools and such. Just make this the spare machete locker. I hadn't really found anything else to put in there, so I don't see why not. That's good. Animal fat is on this side. Bones, though. Bones are right here. I'm almost full. Like, as soon as I fill this chest up, I'm no longer going to gather bones. I have way too many of those things. Alright. So we have food, meds, clothes. Bullet casings. Iron, everything else goes over to the other section of the base. Oops. I make that turn most of the time. Really gotta pull in at the right angle or it doesn't work. Helps if I click the right things into the cabinet. And how are we doing on the food and water? Use a little bit of food. Should be good. And then drink one of these fancy, delicious goldenrod teas. Alright. The only thing that I need to do is gather up some supplies and go back to building. I'm probably going to grab a ton of concrete. I'm going to need a lot of it just to lay out the bottom of things, like all the ramps and all the blocks underneath where the spikes are going to be. And gas, I can't forget gas. So I'm going to have some digging to do as well. Let's grab that right now. That should be enough. That'll give me like over 3,000 gas over at the base. 56 inner corners should be plenty. I'm going to grab some more ramps and frames because I will need plenty of those. And I can't even, honestly, right now, I can't even like really calculate the number of spikes that I'm going to need. Kind of have to lay things out before I can see it all. Maybe I just fill these up entirely with iron. Because we have plenty of clay in there right now. There's a good chance I will most likely just have to pump out scrap iron. I think it takes like 6,000 scrap iron to make 150 spikes, and I will absolutely be using more than that. Stone, oh man, that's super sad. The stone is almost entirely gone. I'm just gonna leave what we have there, because this is the stone chest. There's really nothing left. So that's a very sad state of things. That should be good. And this steel, I have like I guess like a reasonable amount of steel right now, but that's honestly not going to last very long. I'm just going to plop this into the workbench and start making those spikes. And like 150 spikes, it's going to take another 6,000 scrap iron to upgrade those, and then it'll take 1,500 steel to upgrade those 150 spikes. So the 1,500 steel I put in there just now is only good for 150 spikes. Alright, I think we're good. Drop that off. Oh, that's right. I have destroyed this pistol fighting off all of these wandering hordes that are coming by. So let me go ahead and repair that real quick. That's why I love keeping a low-level pistol around. Just kind of like repair everything right back up. The orange parts, not so much. I mean, it gets it pretty close, but... Didn't I pick up some extra junk while I was out? No, there's no pistol grips, though. Okay, yeah, it's fine. It's fine, it'll work. I just use this to kind of like get my pistol skill up. So when I do use the Magnum, it'll actually be very effective. I mean, that'll be a good start. Spikes are going to be, unfortunately, be the last thing that I put in. Sorry, I just kind of like froze there for a second because I just realized something about the way the base is being built. Where I have the ramps are also going to have to be concrete underneath. So it's kind of looking like it's going to be in my best interest to just like dig everything up and put down the blocks like I said I was going to, but didn't want to do because it was a waste of resources. So if this makes sense here, This whole row right here is going to be spikes. Right there. So the blocks, pick up the frame. These blocks right here also need to be concrete, which are underneath those ramps. So I guess the only ones that I could really save and not dig up would be this row underneath the flat blocks here. Everything else is gonna have to go. Let's take a look, see what we're dealing with. Oh my gosh. Those break very quickly. Okay. Placed a frame and then I was standing in that frame. Good times. Probably should not take the beer off my belt. I don't think that's a good idea, but this is what we're doing for now. Okay. Is that concrete? Oh, that is just regular concrete. Those blocks right there that are not. Oh, that's gotta go anyway though, because that's where I'm putting a spike. If I'll just have all these like different materials in the same place, it's a little confusing. And we have asphalt. It has like the same number of hit points as like what, cobblestone? Isn't that 1500? Or wet concrete, 1500. Which is pretty surprising considering it's just like some wet unfinished concrete. That's a lot of hit points. Okay. What is that? There we go. Artifacting is super weird. I'm not a huge fan. Okay, so this is where the spikes are going to sit, right there. So basically what I was saying earlier is the blocks on these sides here have to be concrete. So I'm going to have to dig up everything except for right here where these blocks are at. It's a lot more digging than I had intended on doing, but you do what you gotta do. I guess the first thing I could do is replace these. This is where I'll actually be building a ladder. It's like the awkward thing is like those blocks are fine. They're concrete. These I would need like clay to like repair and upgrade and stuff like that. And I don't know if you saw earlier when I was in my chest, I don't really have any. So we are just going to replace those with rebar. Right. Okay. Just kind of like giving things the last like look over, make sure that I'm going in the right direction, kind of building it in the way that I want. But I think that is going to be how I'm going to do it. It's going to be a slightly new design for me. It's kind of like a combination of older designs that I've used before. The reason I'm kind of doing this like one small section at a time, or that one's good actually, is because I'm trying not to bring any screamers over. Honestly, that block was fine. I didn't need to do that. So if I do a little bit of digging, a little bit of frame laying, and then upgrading it, the heat map should never get to the point where I'm summoning in any screamers. But I think the ratio that I've kind of found with that, as far as not summoning screamers in, is pretty much like a tank of gas, and then switch away from it for a little bit. Probably almost for like an equivalent amount of time as it took you to burn up that one tank of gas. This block right here, I guess I didn't need to do. Okay, so that'll make it so that the spikes can be right in here, and I'll have reinforced concrete on either side to kind of help protect the rest of the base. I mean, mainly just so the zombies aren't like digging around in there. Oops. It's not often that I get to use the ramps without actually having to find the correct rotation. Just kind of like look away and then look at the right, or the side that you're going to be laying them on. If you're just laying them down like this, it'll be fine. It'll give you the rotation you need. This is going to be super interesting. Well, here's hoping that I got it right. We're just going to go for it. Then underneath the flat blocks, I don't need to do anything. It doesn't even matter if it's sand under there, because they should never be hit. Now, if a cop explodes, like, I'm not exactly sure how it works on the console version right now, but I'm pretty sure that their explosion will go through blocks. So hopefully none of the blocks underneath will be destroyed. I guess that would be one reason for replacing all of them, just doing it myself. Okay. At the very least, this will help me get my stone collection back up. Like every once in a while I have a section of useful blocks. Oh. There. Not really sure why I put that block back down there. It's going to be gone here in just a second. Okay, I see what I was doing. Okay. And it's like upgrading those blocks that I just did is costing me the same amount of concrete as upgrading one of these rebar frames. It's just when you get into creating your own, like, just concrete blocks and then upgrading that it costs too much. So it's 10 to create, 10 to upgrade. Hey there, Henry. How's it going, man? I'm finally getting into the building of the Horde defense attachment for the base. Or I guess extension. And my character is a Friesen. Oh, you got a PC? Right on. I assume you got 7 days to die as well? I need to make some corners. I bet I got corners at the base. 7 days to die on PC. Living that Alpha 17 life. That'll be a good start. Nice. Yeah, the PC version of this game is super dope. Oh my gosh. No, 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 no. Get away. Get away. And it's 21:21, so they are all about to be running here in just a moment. Luckily, I've got this brand new pistol all repaired up, unloaded. Quality of the gun does not improve aim, though. try not to shoot my base back there. A lot of glass on those walls. Alright, as much... Oh, jeez. Jump! Run, jump, run, jump. I was gonna say, as much fun as this is using the pistol, I kind of just need to finish this up. I do not have very much time. They all start running at me. Come on! What do you mean I'm stunned? Alright. And they're running. What I should have done is put the beer on my belt before that happened. Come on, game. You gotta work with me here. Oh no! Oh my gosh, I almost died. I'm such an idiot. Alright, there we go. Oh man, they hit a lot. They hit fast. She can't be hit. It's impossible to hit her. She just keeps juking left and right. I need my crossbow on. Let me use another one of those. Man, this is not good. This little pistol doesn't do anything. I mean, it's great if you can line up headshots and all that. Oh my gosh. Oh, my leg's broken? That's even worse. I can't outrun anything now. She's just dodging left and right. This is gonna be intense. Like, with a broken leg, and I do not have my exploding bolts on me. And these guys hit like a truck. And these guys dodge so well. Alright, I think I should have... Oh my gosh, I should have just enough time. I don't have my exploding bolts equipped, but that just takes a second. Success! Oh, and they're all too close now. My guy is too slow. Busted leg. How did that dude hit me? Are you kidding me? That guy's just chilling. Okay, there we go. Just trying to get him in a position where I can hit multiples of them at the same time. Just kind of thin him out a little bit, my gosh. Alright, finally. Oh my gosh, that was awful. I was not prepared for that. Absolutely not prepared for that. It's like the pistol is fun, but it's not very good. Man, that's rough. Okay. Now, time to clean up the mess. Again. The the fourth wandering horde of the day. That was close though. Absolutely thought I was gonna die. I would have been kind of bummed. I haven't died in a while. I think we're at, where are we at now? Longest life, 97 hours. So we're making some good progress on the longest life bit here. I'm just gonna scrap all the brass. I have so much brass at the base. So many sandwiches. Beakers are good stuff, that's for sure. It's like I have enough of them back at my base that I can actually make everything I need. I mean, I have enough to make like 2 chem stations, which is definitely more than I will need to make in the foreseeable future. Oh, military fiber, that's good stuff. Alright. Man, that was rough. I was not well prepared for that fight. So that can just go, that can go. And I guess I can save the bones for now. Ah, man, I don't want to take any of this stuff off my belt now, because if I have a wandering horde come by again, I'll just get wrecked. I'm gonna use 3 medkits on that, though. That's not entirely good. Okay, is this all good? Let's see where they want us to start. A lot of times with these, if you just like start right there, and then you can rotate it once, you'll be set up for the next one. Rotate it again. You see where I'm going with that. Just kind of, not all the blocks do that, but some of them will set you up quite nicely for that. So now we need a row for the spikes. Dang it. Difference in materials, right? Go from 1500 hit points down to, well, basically 1 hit point with the sand. But yeah, I went from 1500 down to like 500. I just get a little overzealous digging some of those up. What I should have done is loaded my fuel before I started digging, so I'd have a good measure on the full tank of gas. repair. I don't have time for this. Three hits. Can't be doing 4 hits on each block. It just takes too much time. Alright, so all of these need to go. And normally this is the layer I would have my spikes on. But I kind of wanted to test out a new style, so I'll have to see how this works. Artifacting is so weird. Because, like, it's actually stopping me. A lot of times you can just walk through, like, artifacting. Sometimes it's just visual and it's not physical in the game. But the artifacting around here is like a physical object that you cannot walk through. So it's super weird. Oh, hey, Robert. Yeah, no worries. Feel free to ask your question. Oops. Did I already go all the way around? Oh, I did. Can't see that. Luckily it's almost 4 AM, so I'll be able to switch back over having more items on my belt. Oh, I have definitely heard about that on, especially on Xbox. I am on PlayStation, I haven't had that happen. I think it's something called like an MD5 error, that it can kind of like, or maybe that's the one that just like, it can erase your entire save file, basically just like restarting you at day 1. But it's definitely a known issue with the Xbox. And I guess what I would suggest is checking out the official 7 Days to Die forums. And they do have people that have started threads talking about that issue on Xbox, and, you know, when that stuff happens on PlayStation. Like, I actually had a portion of my base just collapse the other day, so I just posted up there about it. And I haven't gotten any feedback yet, but it was just a couple days ago. Just lose everything? The whole base is destroyed? Oh, I see. Yeah, I would check those official 7 Days to Die forums, because they have a console section and then bug reports, where people go in and report all of the random and strange things that happen in this game, because there is a lot of random and strange things that happen on console. Or this game in general, I guess. But that is very frustrating to put so much time into a base only to have it vanish. Oh, weird. Yeah, I know, like on PlayStation, that happens visually. Like there are times, because I have a large pit underneath my base. And there are times that I'll drive up to it if I've been out of town for a bit. And when I come up to it, it looks like it's full of sand again. Like, it looks like I had never dug anything out. But after an amount of time, it goes away. And then everything looks like it does now. Um, but yeah, I've never had it happen like and just be permanent, just erase my entire base or anything like that. And fortunately, I'm not very familiar with like the Xbox side of things, so I cannot give you any assistance with that. I'm sorry. Yeah, oh my gosh. That would drive me nuts. If I lost everything, like, if that had happened to me, honestly, I don't know if I could, like, continue playing the game, as that happened several times. Like, I love this game. Yeah, oh, you're welcome. But yeah, like, I love this game, but if they kept erasing all my progress, it would be very difficult for me to continue playing it. Oh, man. Yeah, for me it seems like, the fun really starts, like, well after day 100, when you start getting all of your resources up to get your base going, like you have all the stuff that you've been gathering over a lengthy period of time in there. If that just all vanished, oh my gosh, I would be a little more than slightly upset. It was one of the reasons I was so excited that we were supposed to be getting an update for consoles. So I was hoping that Telltale Games would have been able to work on some of that since they went under, and we no longer have like any expectations for updates in the near future. Um, yeah, it's just hard to tell if we're ever going to have any of those issues fixed. Is it daytime yet? It is daytime, okay. Oh, my dude is overheating. I think the main issue with that, like my temperature, just going back and forth so drastically, is I just went from, let me see, what is this for the t-shirt? What is that? +5, I think, or -5 on the t-shirt, -10 on the shorts, and then the puffer coat is +40, right? So I just went from basically a +10 down to a -15. I think the change is just too drastic. It'd be better if I were like wearing a pair of pants with a slight insulation bonus. Okay, I think that's right. This is going to be really interesting. I hope this works out. I'm putting a mountain of resources into this, so I really, really hope it works out. And these are all just good to go. I think what I will do though, instead of using my rebar right here, I'm gonna pick these up and just put down some wood frames. Like honestly, none of this stuff even needs to be upgraded underneath. I'll say it's going to be a pretty rare chance that a cop blows up and happens to destroy something down here through these blocks of concrete. And I'll find out pretty soon. I'm definitely not going to be able to kill all the cops that come through in my area. But even still, it's not going to be supporting anything other than the ramps above it. Like, I'm not going to have the base supported by this. If I actually had weight on this, like a base, like here's my pillars. These are going to be supported. I'm going to have concrete blocks underneath them. They're going to be all supported and good to go. I wouldn't do this if it wasn't just like some concrete blocks above it. I mean, even underneath the spikes that I'm putting in there, I'm putting concrete blocks underneath it. Sweet. I mean, it's starting to come together. I'm gonna check this out though, because something... I think it's just because part of it is like all grassy and sandy, and the other part is like nice flat surface. This side just looks longer to me. $11. Okay, alright, we're good. If that had been off, I was about to be a little upset. Because I would have had to dig all that up. Would not have been very happy with myself. And on today's stream, wasting frames. Let's see, 1000. Alright, so these are good. So it's day 180. I think Trader respawns tomorrow. I think the Horde is on 182. So that's something I'm gonna have to prepare for. Definitely not gonna have this thing finished. Like I haven't even started building the top part of this base. Which honestly, oh, that's not cool. There we go. Honestly, I should have done that first, I think. It's gonna be a while before I can get all the resources together for, wait, does it need to be there? It does need to be there. For all the spikes. Freezing again, so instead of just like putting the coat on, taking it off, putting it on, taking it off, I'm just gonna take my shorts off. honestly, that'll probably be good. 'Cause now I'm only getting a -5 to insulation rather than a -15. Oh, and my dude's heating up pretty quick, so I think that'll fix the issue. Right there. Yeah, okay. I think we're good. Do I have any more rebar frames? Oh, I bet they're over in the chest. I think I left them over in my little drop chest there. Looks like my temperature's holding steady at 43. Oh, 45? Okay, cool. It's going up still. It almost seems like it depends which side I'm standing on. I guess I could follow the 7 days to die logic of temperature. If you are freezing, just take all your clothes off. If I take my shirt off, I should be fine. That's something I'm glad they fixed with Alpha 17. It seems like the clothing mechanics are much better. Oops. Honestly, I could probably pick up all of those frames that are kind of just giving me a center line. It does help. There we go. This helps me make sure that I'm keeping things oriented correctly. Although with building like this, it's, I don't know, it seems like it'd be really hard to mess that up. You just keep going around one layer at a time. We're getting close. I think it's, oh, we can just see right here. We have a row of spikes right there, another ramp set, a row of spikes right there, ramp sets. We got like 3 rows of spikes, and I do believe I am going to put one right here. Even though I'm not going to put any ramps here, it'll kind of just be set up like this, where I've got spikes, and then this one row is just for me to walk out of the base and get started. And I should be able to just kind of run around like this. It's pretty like simple design. Definitely something I picked up from watching Grand Spartan, but it's very effective. There are other ways that I've kind of run a design similar to this. Like I've never put the spikes in the ground before, and it's generally used with like barbed wire, I'm pretty sure. Which kind of like helps slow the zombies down. Barbed wire is extremely effective in this game. Maybe a little bit too much. So I will not be using any barbed wire. just gonna try to run this with regular spikes. See how that works. And this isn't the only way to fight the zombies on this base, because I will have an entire structure above this platform down here. So where you see all of the pillars, that's going to be like the start of the base. And it's going to look just like this, you know. I won't really be able to do the redwood floor, because I'm going to have iron bars in there, but I will be able to have the redwood ceiling. And so it's going to look just like the rest of the base, just a larger version of that. Try not to hit my own frames here. Oh my gosh. I think I was just complaining about not having enough space in my belt. Going through and looking at it and be like, oh, I got too many things to switch through before I get back to the auger. Trash. The last loot you give me. 11 lead, I can dig it. Good job. You served me well. Random bag of trash. I know it's not a ton, but I am getting like some stone back for all this work. That's something I am absolutely out of at the base. Starting to get to the point where I'm going so far around that I'm having to use more than a full tank of gas. It is a little dangerous. Oh no, I have to dig out one of my own reinforced concrete blocks. It's a shame. Like I had gone ahead and upgraded that before I had really decided on how I wanted to build this thing. So, yeah. I think that's why a lot of times I'll just wait. I'll wait to see like, how I want to do something before I start upgrading everything. That's why you see all of the, none of the pillars are upgraded. Like, I'm pretty sure that's how things are gonna go, but I'm not absolutely sure, so I'm just not gonna mess with it. Okay, I should have brought me a pickaxe and a shovel so I could switch away from this auger. It doesn't take long, you just gotta switch over to not an auger for a bit and you're good to go. We're so close. And there's 2 tanks of gas right there. Oh my gosh, another wandering horde. Can't be having them like come over here and messing up the construction. Man, there was a delay with that one. It looked like I was trying to shoot her ears off on either side first. What is this, like Wandering Horde number 5 or 6 for the day? That's why it takes so long to do anything in this game. My gosh. That one hit infection. And a dirty zombie. I think that's implied though with the rotting flesh and all that. I don't have my crossbow out. I was just gonna hit a bunch of them. And I'm stuck. And there's a screamer walking over to the base. I do have like a bunch of forges going right now. Oh man, I thought I hit one of my windows. I guess you couldn't really call that a window. I don't know. Maybe you could. And I am just like over here trying to like pierce zombies' ears instead of shooting them in the head. I'm just like shooting on either side of them constantly. Hey, pistol's 44. I leveled up pistols like 3 times today. I think that guy's still alive. Nope, he was dead. Okay, that's good. Pistol is all kinds of worn out again. Alright. Another round of cleaning up the bodies over here. But at least they're keeping me topped off on food, right? Like, they're definitely keeping me set up here. I'll wait till the end. I've never used the facial piercings. Yeah, I guess you can. Maybe that's a thing. But it never seemed... Oh, look! Nice new pistol. Never seemed like a good idea to remove the facial piercings off of a zombie and then stick them into your own face. That's just me, though. I don't need your $4. This is honestly starting to bug me. Just like those floating cinder blocks. I think that's everybody. Once again. Oh, geez, yeah, I've got all my concrete and frames in there still. Guess I could have saved the bones. No great need to do so, though. Sorry. Assemble. Get my bullets out. I should use those concrete ramps up. That should be good. We're at least able to give the heat map a chance to cool down. Although, I don't know, like, I was sitting there just, like, blasting the pistol away, right? I'm going to town with that thing. Alright. What was I doing? Cool. What I should have done is just start with like a 500 stack of frames, which I may have done, but then just kind of paid attention to how many frames I used, and that would tell me how many spikes I'm going to need for this row. I think we're starting to get up to a pretty good number. I want to say I most likely started with 500 frames. Because when I picked up more, the ones on my belt probably would have stacked up. Oh man. So, I mean, we're looking at 88 frames just for this one row, and we still have 2 more rows beyond that, and 2 rows on the inside. Well, I'm kind of looking at this. 1, 2, this will be 3, 4. I might leave this last row off. Because what that'll do, this will give me room, just flat area around the outside, right? So like I can run in, you know, jump around here, fight the zombies, all that fun stuff. But then if I need to, I'll just have like this, what do we have, 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 spaces completely open and free for me to just run around the outside. I may end up doing that. Just make this the last row of spikes. Speaking of spikes, I know my Horde defense that I've been using since basically the beginning of the game is pretty beat up. So I do need to go spend some time over there and repair that area up. I need to repair the metal spikes, put down more wood spikes, which means I actually need to craft the wood spikes. Luckily I hit up the tree farm today. Take a look here, see what I'm dealing with. It's not too bad. I think this is going to be pretty interesting. Like in some ways, I kind of wish I would have used a different design, but I think this will be pretty functional. Let me see here. Mini bike. Man, one thing I know I need to do real quick. There we go. This thing actually has some gas now. Probably afford to put my shorts back on. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna leave my construction supplies here for now. And they should be safe. Like, I think this is high enough up that zombies will not be able to smack them down. Anything else in here? Okay, that's not bad. So even if I just come straight back out here, like, I'll have enough to get started. Woo! I hit the right stick a little too much. Dude just like jerked his head up. I don't think I have anything in here. Nope, nothing that needs to go inside. Dude is freezing. Wait till you go stand by all of these furnaces just like burning up. 22,000. So what I'm gonna do, because I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna need it, I'm gonna pump 6,000 iron out of each one of these. Absolutely gonna be time to go mining very soon. And throw the iron on the ground, because that's how we do it. That causes a lot of lag in the menus. Alright, that's close enough. Alright. Get those all going. I've got a little bit of stone on the day. For the day, I guess I should say, but that should work. We did not make any more concrete because we took that with us. Okay. Bone collection is growing ever more complete and full in that box. That can go, those can go. keeping this pistol. Actually, I'm just about to use that pistol to repair my own. Like, money is not really all that much of an issue at the moment, which is cool. I'm glad that I have enough supplies and resources that I don't have to worry about, you know, gathering up Duke coins. Sweet, 150 spikes, ready to go. Add those to apparently the 9 that we had in here. Some grain alcohol and some water. Okay. Let's drink some of that water. I knew it. Dude is always thirsty. He's forever thirsty. He's never not thirsty. Eh, it honestly is a bit excessive using blue parts to repair this small amount, but whatever. I'll be in fantastic shape. Like 600 plus condition. There we go. Not too bad. I've shot a lot of zombies today, and I left with 375 rounds. So all the ammo that we got back from shooting zombies was enough to make it so we only spent like a couple hundred rounds today. It's not too shabby, but I bet my armor is beat up. I was getting smacked around out there quite a bit. Let's grab probably one of those and one of those. Oof. I'll just use that for now. And that actually upgraded it. Nice. Oh my god, 600! It still doesn't matter. You can have all 600 military gear and you will still get, or you'll still start bleeding out from the first dog bite that you get. Doesn't matter. Go drop some stuff off in the kitchen. Ugh. And hit the wall. I gotta start driving in there at a more appropriate angle to make that turn. I can make it here because, like, I make sure to make the right cut there. Oh, water. I'll have to find another space for water. I guess I can keep it under my sink. Like, I have a whole cabinet of water here. Oops, wrong room. I really need to finish this out. I need to finish doing something with this at least. Should be good. Well, I guess I might as well top it off, right? Cool. Well, I believe that is going to do it for today. I might head back over to the main area and pick up some ammo so I don't forget next time I load in. But I did manage to get a little bit of work done on the new Horde defense area, which is nice. Kind of have an idea, like we have a plan, right? So we should be good to go with that now. That'll work. Oh yeah, and I've got these fancy doors. I've got my catwalk out here now, so I can actually walk around out here. It's Pretty fancy. I'm glad I put this out here. So I guess you can't quite see it. It's all dark and rainy, unfortunately, but I did get a little bit of work done out there, which is nice. I'll be glad to get that all set up and running. The garden is still in one piece, even though there is like a random bit of collapsed material in the second floor, or I guess the first floor down there. It seems to be holding up and in one piece. So success. I'm pretty stoked. Today was a good day. I didn't even have to use my AK. Anyway, y'all take it easy. Have a good night, and thanks for everyone who stopped by and hung out with me. And I will see you all later. Alright, bye.